Actions. My name is Christine Commerce. I am the program director for the Alliance to End Human Trafficking. I'd like to welcome everyone to our third annual youth video contest, What Would You Do? It's our award ceremony. And my name, as I said, was Christine Commerce. And we are a survivor-informed organization. At the Alliance, we work to end this atrocity by providing educational resources, giving presentations, raising awareness, and engaging in advocacy across the nation. We also support survivors of human trafficking in healing and thriving through financial support of our member houses and providing educational scholarships. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our finalists and all those who took time to learn more about this issue and create videos to raise awareness on human trafficking and online exploitation. While we don't have time to show all the videos, we selected the top 5 to showcase this evening. These videos demonstrated a thoughtful understanding of human trafficking and the importance of education and prevention. We are grateful for the time, passion, and effort each of you invested in using your voice and talents to help shine a light on exploitation and inspire action. Please note that this webinar is being recorded and will be shared. It will also be posted on our YouTube channel, where you can find our past webinars on many other topics surrounding human trafficking. So before viewing the videos, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Dominican Sisters of Peace from Columbus, Ohio, and the Congregation of Sisters of St. Agnes, CSA, for their support to make this worthwhile endeavor possible. Next, I'd like to introduce our esteemed judges who played an important role in determining the winning videos with their expertise and experience in videography and the issue of human trafficking. First, I'd like to introduce Jenny Footle, who is a survivor leader and the founder of the nonprofit called Beautiful Feet Wellness, that brings health and wellness to people coming out of human trafficking and exploitation. She combines her poetry with dance to create choreo poems that she choreographs and performs to spread awareness about human trafficking. Her previous works have been published and showcased by Polaris, Artworks for Freedom, Artists Against Human Trafficking, and various dance companies throughout the United States. Next, we have Florence Smith, who is the Director of Communications for the Sisters of St. Francis of Philadelphia. She has held this role for the past 18 years. For the last 5 years, she's also served as the Executive Director of Services, overseeing 4 departments within the organization. Florence holds a bachelor's degree in multimedia design and communication and an MBA in marketing, both from Wilmington University. And then we have Judith Ann Zielinski, OSF, television writer, producer, and documentary filmmaker. She is a Franciscan sister of Sylvania, Ohio. She has studied TV and film production at the University of Notre Dame and at UCLA. She has worked as director of television production and development for family theater productions in Hollywood, California, and currently serves as director of faith and values programming for New Group Media in South Bend, Indiana. And then last but not least, we have Cheyenne Anushwander. She is a social worker, LSW. She's one of our honorary judges and a human trafficking advocate dedicated to prevention, youth engagement, and survivor-centered care. She serves at UPMC Children's Hospital's Child Advocacy Center and collaborates on response to protect vulnerable youth. She spoke at the Talitha Kum Human Trafficking Conference in Rome and helped play a key role in the development and implementation of the Alliance's Next Gen Ambassador Program, which educates, equips, and empowers young people to take action against trafficking within their communities. So with that, we're going to go ahead and announce from 5th through 1st place. Our 5th and 4th are our honorable mentions. And we will go ahead and announce those winners, followed by the video. And then our participants, or our the video participants, will have a chance to get feedback from our judges and if they would like to say a few words for first, second, and third, we welcome those as well. And with that said, we'll go ahead and get started. So, in fifth place, we'd like to congratulate Joaquin Guerrero in Pennsylvania with his video called Control. Let me get that pulled up 1 second. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Got date to the prom yet?
No, I don't know who to ask.
Really? You don't know a single person?
I don't know, maybe I just shouldn't go.
Dude, it's not that hard. Just ask someone. Okay? What's up?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Shut up, I need to move.
What's up?
Nothing.
Hey, was everyone able to hear the sound okay on that video? Awesome, good, because we were having some technical difficulties earlier. So I'd like to thank Joaquin. I see him on here right now. Joaquin, would you like to share your camera? Or if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine as well. But we'd like to give this opportunity for you to ask any questions or provide any feedback. So think about maybe any comments or questions that you may have, but we'll go ahead and hand it over to our judges. And we'll go ahead and start with Jenny.
Yeah, I really liked this video. I think the video quality was really good. Um, and the message was good. Everything flowed really well. And I also, I like that you brought in the male aspect. I think it can happen to males a lot, and it's something we don't talk about. So I really appreciate you bringing that in and talking about it. And the resources that you gave, at the end, I thought were really good. I really appreciated the, supportive friend who gave them information to the hotline and didn't guilt them. And yeah, I think you were able to depict the issue and just the heaviness of it without it being cliche or triggering or these kinds of things. So, and you put in the context of everyday social pressures, highlighting how it can happen to anyone. So these are some of the things I really liked about this video.
Thank you, Jenny. Judy Zielinski, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I don't know if I missed things because my internet was shaky, but so forgive me if this was already said. I very much liked it featured guys, not just girls. Not that there's anything wrong with girls, but it was a nice, fresh approach to see boys featured in this. And I liked the male humor. It kind of, I don't know that it came through on this screening, but the guys don't say very much to each other, but they're there for each other. And I found that kind of refreshing. And yeah, and the reaching out for help and getting help was important.
Great. Thank you, Judy. Florence, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yes. So I agree. I thought it was a good male perspective, which wasn't the case with a lot of the other videos. It was well produced. I thought the music was compelling, especially when he was walking down the street. And the text messages were on the screen long enough for us to really read and grasp what was happening to him. So that was really good. The message at the end, bringing up the who to call for help was really good. So yeah, I thought it was good content and easy to follow. Good job.
Great. Thank you so much. Cheyenne, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this video. I think it was incredibly clever. I think you highlighted a really important aspect of that a large proportion of financial sextortion cases involve young men ages like 14 to 18. And I think that was really highlighted. It was clear, I was able to follow it. The video was clear. And I think overall the storyline was very easy to follow. And I think that everyone has said it, but the aspect of including a different perspective from a different gender is incredibly important. I think there is less talked about with different genders other than like women being at the sole focus of sextortion cases. So, yeah.
Thank you, Cheyenne. Joaquin, do you have any comments or questions for our judges?
Just mic on? Or-
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can't put on my camera right now because I'm in a bit of a pickle, but thank you to all the judges for all your amazing feedback. I didn't, well, because we go to an all boys school, so I guess we didn't think, that the male perspective is really something that's not like featured as often. So I really appreciate you guys shouting that out. Does anyone else in our group want to speak?
I didn't
No.
hear that. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Joaquin. Really appreciate all your time and effort in putting together this video. So then our next announcement comes for our next honorable mention, our fourth place winner, which is the Human Trafficking Awareness Project video, Hidden in Plain Sight by Reza Mesa in Chicago, Illinois, and from Curie High School.
You walk through the mall, the train station, or a packed concert. People everywhere, laughing, shopping, or glued to their phones. But in all that noise, someone could be trapped in a life that they didn't choose.
Human trafficking isn't always like the movies. It doesn't always happen in dark alleys or faraway countries. Sometimes it's in crowded places and the victims are right next to us, even if we don't notice.
Traffickers take advantage of busy areas because people don't pay attention. A teen walking with an older friend, someone who looks scared or avoids eye contact, or a person being rushed along, they could all be victims. We miss the signs because we never think to pay attention. But it does. Every year, thousands of people are trafficked in the United States alone. It could be for labor or for exploitation, and it happens right underneath our noses.
Crowded places make it easy for traffickers to blend in. Victims don't scream for help because they're scared, threatened, or convinced no one will help them.
The truth is, we can all do something. Learning the signs, trusting your gut, and knowing when to speak up could save someone's life.
Human trafficking hides in plain sight.
Crowded spaces make it easy for traffickers.
But awareness makes it harder for them to get away.
So great. So thank you so much for all your hard work in putting together that video. And we'll go ahead and hand it over to our judges. Florence, would you like to go first this time? I'm just going to surprise our judges and put them on the spot.
Yes, exactly. No, it's good. Yeah, I really liked how, I mean, even though they were using some stock videos and imagery, they really got the point across. The message was really well written and narrated throughout. The music was good and compelling. And I think it's a fact that people don't always realize that the human person being trafficked can be right next to us wherever we are on the busy street in the airport. And so I thought it was a job well done.
Great. Thank you. Jenny, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I liked the videography of it, and just the different uses of, angles, stuff like that. And music, I think it all just it came together really well. Again, I like the subtitles. I feel like that makes it accessible for a variety of audiences, and it was a really good informational video. Some of the videos, there's different ways to do videography, right? You can tell a story, or you can make it more informational, and both have value, and they serve different purposes. And so I think this video is really good. It would be excellent to show to the transportation industry. I also think, on multiple levels, for one, not having to take public transportation is a privilege in our country a lot of times, and it's not, as widely used as in some other countries. And so some of the people, who may be a little bit more at risk or vulnerable, do encounter public transportation. And so I think it's really important to highlight and make people aware of. And yet at the same time, I did like the aspect that at the end you had a basketball game or a sporting event, to show, different versions of a crowd in places we don't maybe think of. Human trafficking happening, and it can happen in all those places. And so I liked even the diversity within that, of helping to hit multiple audiences there. And then the messages that you had at the end, again, very clear, able to read them all, didn't go too fast, and really important things to know if you do suspect human trafficking, to how to safely report it, not put you or the victim at risk. And so really important messages to go in at the end of your video. So thank you.
Thank you. And then Sister Judy, would you like to go next?
Sure. I would support a number of the comments that have already been made, but as far as the video, I liked the fact that you kept the faces anonymous, and the places that you shot were very commonplace. The sidewalks, the airport, the gym at the end. Crowded, but very commonplace. Nothing exotic here. You didn't, go to the desert or to a mountaintop. These are everyday places we all see, and that trafficking could be happening right there under our nose. And so I think what I liked about the shooting, the camera angles, was kind of ignoring faces and just concentrating on the places and the situations where trafficking could happen. So technically, I like the camera work on this. I think it contributed to the message.
Awesome. And Cheyenne, is there anything you'd like to add?
I think everyone kind of summed it up. I think that you guys gave concrete examples of what we can do, spread awareness, educate ourselves. I think it was easy to follow, and yeah, it was overall just a really good project.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And congratulations to you, Reza. Would you like to say a few words real quick?
Yes, thank you very much for your guys's things. And yes, we just wanted to say that we wanted people to know that there's things that happen outside in publics where we don't really know and like get to see because we're distracted because of all the people. And we just wanted to get that out there. But thank you.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your hard work as well, and all that you have done to put together this video to raise awareness. So now we get to our top 3 videos. So just to recap, our first place winner wins $1,000. Our second place winner wins $750. And our third place winner wins $500. So without further ado, I'd like to announce our third place winner, What Would You Do video from the Academy of the Holy Angels by Leah Bona and Chloe Sohn. Just give me 1 second. I gotta get all my. There we go.
To Stanford and a full ride to Harvard. Why can't there be any scholarships for me? Just anybody invite me for any scholarships. I know I'm capable and I have a 4.0 GPA. I just need any scholarships for my resume. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Chloe, guess what? What? I just got an email from a scholarship organization saying they'll admit me. Really? Yeah. Let me see. Look. Okay, wait, but I think you gotta watch out for fake accounts and fake websites. They seem official, so I trust them. But still, watch out. Let's move to WhatsApp. Okay, I guess. What? I need verification.
Hey, can I talk to you about something? Yeah, sure, what's up? You know that scholarship program that invited me? Yeah. They just used deepfake on the photos I sent them, and now they're threatening me with it.
Really? Wait, I'll try to help you. Let me see your phone. Here's what I would do. Here's our solution. Block them, report them. Call 211 or 7726 for immediate help. You should research and safe search prior to talking.
27.6 million people worldwide are victimized of human trafficking. It might be one of your friends.
A lot of people are hesitant to reach out, but that's not a problem. You should.
Too good to be true offers are typically traps, and make sure you don't share your personal information. Insecurity is a target as well. Watch out who you trust.
And it's better to have a brave friend like me.
So congratulations. So many great messages there. Such a timely message there, especially with everything happening with AI, deep fakes and so forth. So just want to say congrats and way to bring all those latest issues to the forefront. And then I'll go ahead and hand it over to our judges. Sister Judy, would you like to go first this time?
Yes, and I'm going to speak to the filmmaking techniques to let others talk about the message. Um, you had really good camera work. You had really good lighting, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes we're looking through, very muddy, dark images, and your lighting was spot on. And I really liked the solution where the two of you walk to the camera and the camera is backing up as you're doing that shot right at the end. And I like the little bit of humor at the end with the one girl saying, you have a great friend. So congratulations on the technical work. It all contributed. You had very nice camera angles, mixed things up, and also you told the story very well.
So Florence, would you like to go next?
Yeah, so yeah, I really was going to bring up the point about the deep fake. I think that's a really timely issue, and it was a good point to bring up. And the way they got us there and realizing what was happening to her, the too good to be true offers happens a lot, and people fall for them a lot, and scams are really prevalent. So I thought that was really good. I do agree with Judy that the video was really well done, easy to follow, and pretty clear. So overall, I think it was a very good, productive, solid video. Thank you.
Thank you. And then Jenny?
Yeah, I love the characters. I love excuse me, I love that the characters in this one are very seemingly normal. I think that's really important to point out. And that another big thing that's important to point out is that people prey on vulnerabilities. So whenever you put out there on social media that you're struggling or that you would love for this to happen or what have you, people are watching. A lot of people are watching and they show up in ways maybe not responding directly to it, right? But they'll show up in other ways that are a little more sneaky. Um, and just the whole like you could fall for like anyone could fall for trafficking, right? Because it could be something seemingly innocuous, like a scholarship opportunity. So, it doesn't always involve, you getting involved with the wrong people, right? And so I think that's really important to point out. And then also, yeah, awareness like around deep fakes. I think it's really important to normalize this conversation. And I like how your friend was supportive in the reacting to it. I think the more we normalize not trying to blame our friends when these things happen, the more that our friends will be able to open up and talk about it and share and actually get the help that they need. And so I really like highlighting that approach because I think we can model from what we see in videos, um, behavior. So whenever we do encounter these things, we're not asking questions like, well, what did you do or what did you say? And instead, we're really just supporting them. And then on the flip side, I love that, your supportive friend was cautious about it beforehand, but that doesn't always mean that you can stop it, right? And so not only that, like, if you are the supportive friend, you know, you may not always be able to prevent it, but still being that supportive friend whenever it does happen and not saying like, I told you so, or I thought that was, or whatever, and just being there and giving them the support that they need. So I really liked that. It was a good, unique storyline. And I think, the fact that it wasn't suspenseful or that it didn't have a huge emotional draw, but it was nice to like learn about something that's relevant and without getting my heart rate going all the time. I think I really appreciated, and I think it just kind of, again, helps normalize that conversation and take the drama out of the situation so that we can actually take action, and I find that really empowering. Like, oh yeah, this happens, and then we just deal with it. So I really liked that aspect of it as well.
All great points, Jenny. Thank you so much. So important not to victim blame, right? And to be supportive of one another. And for those who may not be aware, there is something called Take It Down. So if those photos ever do get out there, Take It Down is a resource for those who are underage to get those videos and photos removed. Cheyenne, is there anything that you wanted to add to all these great comments?
Yeah, no, I think everyone has really like summed this up really nicely. I think this is like an exact scenario that I have seen exist within the teenagers that I work with. And so like this very much is a video that I would love the opportunity to share with some of the people that I work with. And I think it was really educational in a way that keeps you engaged and tells a story and is incredibly relevant and talks about things that are existing here and now. And just like the accessibility of social media and people being able to target kids, I think, yeah, you nailed it. It was pretty spot on. So I really enjoyed watching this one.
Great. Thank you so much, Cheyenne, and congratulations to both of you, Chloe and I'm not sure, is it Bonya or am I saying that right?
It's pronounced Bogna, but it's fine.
Bogna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So, do you guys have any comments you'd like to make on your end?
If my partner doesn't mind, I'll speak first. So, first of all, just thank you to all the judges for spending like your effort, putting in your effort, and really putting in your time to grade these and give valuable feedbacks to these videos. And I would also like to thank judges for noticing our lighting and like our frameworks because we really cared about how like beautiful it gets depicted in our beauty videos. And we also concentrated our video on like modern problems because victims nowadays are so vulnerable, especially with like AI and technology. And we just wanted to put emphasis on that.
Yeah, so I really like what my partner said, and I also want to thank the judges and everyone who gave feedback on our video. And I feel like our topic, it was like more like present day, and I feel like it's more like it needs more awareness because I feel like there's a lot of like awareness on like just conventional human trafficking with, you know, dating or sextortion, but like ours was focused on like more scholarship opportunities, which I feel like are very at risk. Like I've seen many people post like they want scholarships and then they are more vulnerable to threats online. And with the rise of social media, it's very dangerous. So that's kind of what we wanted to cover. And also like with like scholarships, like we know like with school, it's very hard to get and like very easy to get jealous. So people get insecure. So it's also a threat to being vulnerable online. So I just want to again thank the judges and everyone who gave feedback on our video. And it was really very enjoyable making this video to raise awareness.
Good job.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, and it can go across the board. I mean, this happens with modeling, you know, especially when people are posting pictures, the selfie culture, all that. So thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. Okay, so with our next announcement, we'll go ahead and congratulate our second place video project by Aylin Cortez also from Curie High School in Chicago. So Curie High School did a great job of submitting several videos, and so two of them we're recognizing tonight. So congratulations, and I will go ahead and share that video next. Right. Well, congratulations. I'm just going to say real quick, personally, I love this video because there's so many myths out there and false beliefs on what human trafficking is, and that you just, putting it out there what the myths and facts are, I thought was just really great. So we'll go ahead and start with you first, Jenny.
Yeah, I love this video. I will say this is actually my top choice. It was so hard. It was so hard. I think the scores were tied, but um just a great choice of visuals and audio. I think, the text was clear and there was enough time to read it. The info that you chose for the myths and facts was super relevant and very needed. Like as a survivor of human trafficking, I really appreciated those myths and facts that you chose. I think they were really key. And then the visuals, I also appreciate the visuals were not triggering or cliche. They were very creative, impactful, appropriate, and told a really good story. So good job all around. Again, another one of those more on the educational side, less on the storytelling side, but I think both types of videography are needed and serve different purposes. So yeah, good job.
And Florence, would you like to go next?
Yeah, Jenny, basically I can just go right along with what she said. A lot of her notes were the same as mine. I thought the music and the imagery made the video really engaging and impactful without a spoken word, but the myths and facts were very timely, displayed well and just showed really the impact that human trafficking can have on people and the myths that people believe about it. So good job.
Thank you, Florence. And Sister Judy.
Um, what really struck me about this one visually was kind of the old school approach. It's this hand writing on a whiteboard and then slapping a post-it note up there. And that one little graphic, it was like from Windows 1997 or something, that little, it was just like a whole, and done in black and white, that portion of the myths. And I thought that was attention getting because, with our high definition technology today and beautiful video cameras, even on phones, there was a grainy, kind of dark, almost like basement style look to those graphics. And so it caught the attention of the viewer, I think. And I'm assuming it was deliberate to kind of like separate that out from some of the other footage. So I agree with the other judges. There was a lot of information that was imparted through the video, and and to do it again without dialogue was also effective. But I like the graphical approach. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Sister Judy. And Cheyenne, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I agree. It was clever. It was fun to watch. It was informative. And yeah, it was overall a really good project.
Awesome. Yes, thank you. I love that sticky note at the end, but boom, it kind of like puts it out there. All right. Well, thank you. Congratulations. Aylin and anyone else who is on, would you like to say any comments?
Well, first of all, I really want to say that we're glad that you guys really enjoyed the video. Um, Me and my group work really hard in this, so I'm happy that you guys really enjoyed it. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. My group and I really appreciate the opportunity to be part of this and help spread awareness about human trafficking.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your hard work, your creativity. We really appreciate it. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our final first place winner. So we had many entries, and the decision was so hard. It was really close, and our judges did have to have we had a pretty lengthy conversation about the winners, and there was people are coming from all different backgrounds and giving their input, and so I'd just like to go ahead and congratulate our first place winner, Don't Trade Attention for Safety by Araya Edwards in Oregon. Congratulations. And just give me one moment and I'll pull it up. All right. So, oh, there she is. There's Araya. Hi, Araya. Okay, so I mean, I just love the facts mixed in with the video, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll hand it over to the professionals to give their feedback. And we'll go ahead and start off with Judy Zielinski this time.
I think what I'd like to say about this is, I think of the films we've looked at, the videos we've looked at tonight, this is the one that presented a main character to us and where we really ended up feeling something for this character. Because we know at the end, when she gets into that car, it's not a good outcome, not a good decision, not a good outcome. And so there's a kind of my heart sank when, she was bad enough when she was doing the taking the photos, but when she actually got into the car, it was like, okay, here we go. This is not good. So I guess what I'd like to congratulate you on, because a lot of other videos did not do this. When you start a story, you're responsible for ending the story. Don't leave it up to us to decide, oh, I'll just let the viewer decide if they fall off the cliff. No, you're the writer, you created the situation, you have to tell us what happened. And what I appreciated in this video was the fact that the filmmakers did that. They showed us the situation and they showed us the consequences. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you, Sister Judy. Florence, would you like to go next?
Yes, this was my favorite. And I think it's because it's something I could tell, like it could be on TV now. Like I can relate. There's so many young girls that feel peer pressure and the need to send nude photos and other photos, and then it just escalated and I could feel it. The music wasn't overly like ministry, it was soft and subtle, but it made you feel for her and everything that she was going through and all the emotions she was taking. And like Judy said, it brought us to that oh no moment at the end. And the message of it's more important, your safety is more important than what other people think of you and the attention that you get from that. So I really, really loved the message. I thought it was well done and just great job.
Thank you, Florence. And Jenny?
Yeah, I also want to take a moment to just acknowledge and thank you all for being here and staying on through this entire ceremony, because I think no matter what spot, you got or you won or you didn't, like I think there's a lot you can learn, right, from other people's videos, from the messages that they send, and also from the judges' feedback. So just really, it shows your investment that you're still on. So I just wanted to shout out you all. For this one, it's a great message. I think it's also really unique. Um, a lot of people who are victims don't realize that they are victims for quite a while. And so having a video that spreads awareness about human trafficking without ever necessarily like bringing in the word human trafficking to it is really sometimes hard for us to get out of whenever that's like the thing we've been told to focus on. But it really puts you in the shoes of someone who may be vulnerable and helps them to see how it could happen. And so I really appreciated that you focused on two things that are very relevant to youth, especially, which is safety and attention, because I think these are things that we all value. And so to bring it to people's awareness that, hey, these are vulnerabilities, and um, you know, the human desire for attention, while universal, also can be a vulnerability, especially for youth. And so the whole message of don't trade safety for attention, I mean, you couldn't have pulled that out of a book of human trafficking if you're looking up facts on human trafficking. Like, you had to read about it and really think like, this is a message people need to hear, and it's not one that you would have like read anywhere. Does that make sense? So I thought it was very creative. I think it is really relevant and impactful. And I liked, yeah, I think the visual choices for telling the story and the acting were really great. Yeah, just you could feel there was like more feeling in this one. I think it was a great combo of, what we talked about before is that storyline, the impactful storyline, and also the facts. And so you sprinkling them both in and still being able to be coherent on both sides is it's a real feat. And so good job for doing that well. And so that's my feedback.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Cheyenne, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think Jenny said it in an eloquent way, but your tagline was incredibly clever, and it really pulled us all into the idea of, yeah, like don't trade attention for safety. And it really, like, I think highlighted just it was relevant. It highlighted the importance of kind of understanding what it looks like to be a young person in a world where we are constantly peer pressured into being better and showing up better. And when you have people on social media telling you, like asking for you to trade your, safety for attention, and they are making you feel things that, like, the accessibility of social media has gotten a little bit out of hand, in my opinion. And I think this does a really good job of kind of like, yeah, honing in on that point. So I loved this video. I think you did a wonderful job, and you can tell there was a lot of love and time and energy put into this.
Thank you so much, Cheyenne. Yeah, and I will just echo that. This I think is more common than people realize. And I'm in Orlando, Florida. We're, one of the top places in the nation for human trafficking. And I can tell you of cases that have happened here in Orlando very much like that, where, they're talking to people online. They think they're going to be their friend or a boyfriend, and they sneak out of their house and they meet up with someone. So relevant, and definitely paints an accurate picture of how human trafficking can happen. So thank you so much, Araya. Congratulations, and I'll leave it up to you if you would like to say some comments on your work here.
Thank you so much for your guys' feedback. I really want to when I started the video, I kind of heard the prompt and I had an idea of what I wanted to do. But it was like as I was filming it, because it took 2 days to film, because my actor, my friend Chloe, um, it was really like we felt it. Like when we were filming it, it was like an awareness to us too. Because like being in we are a very small town, and it's like you don't hear about that a lot. And I think being able to to take what we know and show that of it can happen in your house online without any of your friends knowing or your parents knowing or anybody knowing until you drive away, and then you have no other choices.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. All right. So with that concludes our winners. But if we have time, I think we have a few minutes. I would like to just allow the judges to highlight any videos real quickly that unfortunately maybe didn't make it to the top 5, but that they really still felt like they stood out and still deserved recognition. Jenny, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, I would say Precipice is a video. I don't know if they're on or who made it. I don't recall. Christine has that info. So feel free to interrupt me and once you find it, say who it was. But what they did, there was a couple of videos, but this one really stood out to me because they used a dance to, share awareness. There was this one and then 2 others that used art. One used poetry and another one used dance as well. But this one was really good. The acting in it was really good. And I think for dancers, having to, portray things both with your body and your facial expressions is a big deal. So having that acting component as well as dancing ability, but then whoever was doing the videography, really great angles because they didn't just have a pan. It wasn't just they set up a camera and did a dance. You see it from this side and this side, and the way they interacted, I think it tells a really compelling story. And I like to highlight the use of art because art is more sometimes videography isn't art, right? Art is more accessible sometimes because it takes out that language barrier. Art impacts us at a heart level, and so you're already moving people out of that head level and into a heart level, and more easily gets out to the hands and doing something about it. So I do love whenever people use art to spread awareness about human trafficking. So I really wanted to shout that one out. I think it was really well done. It was a great angle. It's one that people don't normally think of, and you definitely went out on a limb using that instead of, sticking with a traditional storyline or an informational video. So I just want to highlight that one. And I think Judy just raised her hand.
Yes. Is anybody here from the video stalking? I don't know who did it. Those of you that are the student filmmakers who are still around, I would strongly suggest you take a look at this video. I think they'll be posted on, as Christine said. This is a very creepy, engaging little horror film, and I was sucked into it immediately. It's a girl who gets on a train, and this guy follows her very closely. At first, he sits behind her, then he gets into the seat right next to her. She gets up and moves. He follows her, and there's terrific music. I was like, holy crap, this is really good. Where is this going? What's going to happen to her? They leave, they get off the train, she goes down the stairs, And the movie ends, the film ends with no ending, which is again one of my. So it's like, did they go for coffee? Did they go to the prom? Did he did he kidnap her? We'll never know because they didn't do the ending. If that had had an ending, a really powerful emotional ending, I just think it would have really, for me, run away with the horses for this. But in terms of the camera angles, the choices, the videography, the pacing, everything was there. So if you're still around, videographers who producers who created that, you have an instinct, you have a nose for what makes a good video and really good storytelling. I would just say you owe it to your viewers to give them an ending because I was really invested in this girl. I was like, oh my God, I hope she makes it home safely. And it was like the credits, and then there was a typo on the final graphic. Shame on you. It said, "You're not alone." And it was YOUR. And I'm an old English teacher, so that ticked me off. But anyway, really, really good little film. I was impressed with everything about that. So thank you.
Thank you, Sister Judy. Do we have anyone from either of those videos here today? Well, we'll let them know.
Hi,
Okay.
I'll let them know. This
Yes,
is the
Melissa.
teacher. Hi, thank you so much, you guys, for having us. We've been working on human trafficking awareness for 12 years at our school, and this is the first time we've ever seen this competition. And I cannot begin to tell you how important this project is. So thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. All the comments and the judges and also the students for all their energy and understanding of how important this subject is. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Wilson.
you.
Florence, did you have any other videos that you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, well, first I wanted to say congratulations to everybody that participated. We had a lot of great videos, and the judging was very close. And Judy and Jenny are really good at their input. Judy from the technical, Jenny from the knowledge standpoint. And I hate going after them because they just have wonderful points. But one of my alternate picks was the fake modeling. It was the SAHT video. And I think that's another topic, another concept or a way human trafficking is displayed for young people. Another, just like the scholarship, they get tied in or dragged into this. Oh, this is going to be so great. I'm going to make money. They really want my pictures. They really want what I have to offer. They value me. And then you get there and that's totally not the case. And I'm not sure, I might have it confused, but this might be the one with the woman at the end, or there might be two. There were two with the woman at the end. And it can be it can be anybody. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be anyone taking advantage of you. And I think that point is in that video as well. And so I thought it was well done. So, but congratulations to everybody and keep up the good work.
Yeah, I think
Thank you.
that one was on. I think maybe Kristen, maybe I recognize you from Not Who They Seem. Was that your video? Okay, yeah. So that's the one that Florence just referenced where it was a female trafficker in the end. And yeah, I think we discussed that we were discussing who's gonna win and stuff like that. That one really popped up to us, and it was pretty neck and neck with the modeling one. And so great plot twist. And yeah, again, just that normalizing social situations, how it can happen. And I love that, even again, it was like the same with Chloe and Bogna, like where, your friend did caution you and then you checked it out and then it was not good, but still you ended up in that situation where it was too late and things did happen, right? And then what do you do with that? So also just shout out to you as well. That was a really good one. And I mean, obviously I haven't seen it in a few weeks, a month maybe, and I still remember it vividly. So good job.
Thank you. And I just want to say, I think everyone's a winner. If you did a video, you're a winner in my book because, winning the prize and all that is great, but you're truly just creating awareness amongst youth. So I definitely encourage everyone to share it on their social media. get your videos out there. We'll be sharing our winning videos on our social media, the Alliance to End Human Trafficking. And feel free to follow us. You know, we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And we're also going to be debuting the winners at our Alliance to End Human Trafficking conference in April, which will be in Boston, Massachusetts this year, April 15th through the 17th. And then we'll also be posting the videos on our YouTube channel. So even if you did not win this year, I hope that you found that the judges' feedback was helpful for you. You can always apply to win next year. We are, as far as I know, we're planning on doing this video contest again. So you have a chance to go ahead and start thinking about maybe what you want to do for your video next year and maybe what you want to do differently. We will be providing all of the judges' feedback to you via email. I will be sending their comments. So you'll be able, I know we heard a lot of positive feedback and there was a lot of positive aspects, but they also have some feedback on what could be done better, some constructive feedback on things you can improve. And so that only, you know, increases your chances of making your videos even more powerful next time around. And with that said, we'll go ahead and conclude. I do want to allow, if you'd like to stay on for a few more minutes, we'll allow some time for questions with our judges if you'd like. If not, no worries. If you'd like to contact me directly, after you see the feedback and you have any further questions of the judges, I'm happy to put them in contact with you. I'll share my email information as well, but you should already have it, Christine at alliancetoendhumantrafficking.org. Once again, thank you all for being here today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules, and congratulations to not only our tremendous winners, but also everyone who participated. Thank you so much for being part of this. We really, really appreciate your time and effort. Does anyone have, go ahead.